Is it working now? That should be working. Yeah, good with computers is one thing. Finding the right button in which to click to make yourself look good is another thing. Sound, right, we have sound. All that I needed to do was configure it correctly. Right here, and we're out of time. I'll see you on the next one. No. Bit loud, it's distorting. Is it? Okay. Is that better? 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. I'm just trying a different microphone because there's so much external noise and it's pouring with rain on a tin roof. Who's watched Jehu's last video? I didn't even watch it. Better. There we go. Who watched Jehu's video on that on those Duba lucky thingies? I went to watch it and I went, oh no, Jehu's been sucked in again, but apparently it was a good video, so I haven't actually watched it yet. Tin Hat Ranch. Me, it's boring. Running in Newcastle, I did. Hey, Jaron, you must have sent the rain up this way. I'm still working out how I can get to Sydney on Wednesday. The boss said I can come down, but it's not really practical. There we go. Is that better? I should have got a coffee or something warm. I just put my first 18650 yesterday. Too bad the project is pretty far down on my list. Yeah, my project's down on my list now. It's kind of, my project is kind of, I don't have a credit card. I don't have frequent flyer points. I didn't do my hair, look at that. I don't have any frequent flyer points. Looser, oh, okay, there we go. Testing testicles, am I here? I don't know, squeeze harder, and if there's a reaction, you probably are. So any new people in the room? Whereabouts you're from? It's always out of sync. Oh, I wonder if the audio is out of sync because I'm using the external microphone rather than the other microphone. Is it too horrible? Is the out of sync like confusing? Like watching a downloaded movie off the internet? Not that I suggested you do that 10 years ago when the audio and the video was completely out and it just gave you a headache. Bowen, oh, there we go. Texas, who else we got? UK, Arizona, Orlando. Okay, I'm going to go back to USB audio. We'll just go back to the Logitech. Save, radio, Logitech audio is on. Hopefully that gets a bit better again. I bought this thinking that it'd be good for my videos and stuff. And then I looked at my camera and realized that there was no external audio. So that was a bad idea. And that's dying out of interest, which kind of sucks because I really like this camera. But every time I hit record, it only records for 10 seconds and then it stops again. So I have to hunt around for a nice cheap camera. It's a Nikon Coolpix. The next one I want to do like Jehu and do the like use it as a webcam, which would also be good. And that doesn't do that either. Not a banana bender, Peter. Brisbane. Okay, is there anybody local around Forest Lake that can be here within the next half an hour and join this live feed? That's a good idea. Let's try that. Joe said he can't make it. Your average Joe, you are a useless SOB. This sleep thing's overrated. And I see the sound and sync is perfect. There we go. It might be the connection. I don't know. Hopefully this microphone's not too bad. I usually use this the camera microphone. It's only a little Logitech. Is it HG720 or something? Hopefully I get some faster broadband in about 6 months' time, and I can actually do better live feeds. Need a faster memory card for it. But why does, okay, if I need a faster memory card, why does it work 90% of the time? Well, it's not 90% of the time, actually. It's about 20% of the time now. It's in an adapter. It's in a Kingston adapter. I wonder if the memory card's dying. It's a set. Focus. Who knows? Anyways, I might actually try it with a different memory card. I just got to work out where the other memory cards are. I think I gave them all to my daughter for a GoPro. 8 hours north. That's too far away. YouTube needs faster. No, it's not YouTube that's not fast. It's my internet connection. YouTube need faster. I'm always videos here from Brazil. Thank you very much for signing in, Davy. Given half the interest knows. I really don't care. My address has never been private. If you look back at my older videos, you see my address all the time. It's not the end of the world. And once I put it out there publicly for random people to stop dropping in, it stopped, so it's all good. I used to get people just randomly show up. It's kind of flattering at first, and then it was annoying because I got to work for a living. It's very entertaining though. Brought something different to the day. What broadband is up there? Yeah, most of Forest Lake is now on the NBN, which is really good. But I'm on cable, so I'm getting that hybrid. So they go to a box somewhere. I think it's right outside my door actually. They go fiber optic to that box, and then the cable for the rest of the street. The beauty part about it is I'm the closest, so hopefully I get some sweet speeds, and I can get away from Telstra. Because I've only got Telstra cable here, I can't get anything else. And I pay for that speed pack, so it's 120 bucks a month, and it's a bit faster, but it's not enough. The upload speed is still 2.5, and download speed's 120. So mega millibits per second, or whatever they say. I agree. Faster memory card. Where are you from? Brisbane, Australia. Forest Lake, if you want me to be precise. Coming out of AU is a challenging internet-wise. It's a bit cold, yeah. Why do you have to do a stream when I would love to hang out? Well, come around, Az. You don't know. You know where I live. Oh, when I'm away. Oh, there we go. I read the whole thing rather than skipping through, trying to keep up. When I record at 1080, 60 frame. Okay. Okay, so I need a better card by the sound of it. I might get one without an adapter. Maybe it's the adapter causing the problem. I'll have to wait till YouTube pays me on the 22nd so I can buy one. This month on YouTube is going to suck. It's going to be under $100. What's the deal with that, YouTube? You are not very kind to me this month. You need faster SML cord than... Not coax cable. Yeah, it is coax cable. I got a question. I told my girlfriend not to eat the last slice of my French vanilla toast strudel, but she did. Should I leak her nudes? No, don't do that, man. That's just cruel and heartless. Nah. Leak your own nudes. That way everyone can, have a laugh at your expense. That's always good value. Always found Alexa Gold works for video. GoPro recommended. Okay. Fiber to the node. I hate you. It's like porn really fast. Oh, I thought you had fiber to the node from your house. Yeah. Then copper to your house. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Most of Forest Lake is fiber. It's fiber then copper, whereas I'm fiber then cable. Hybrid. I looked it up the other day, but anyway, it doesn't really matter, does it? Hey, Paul Kennett. G'day, buddy. Should work for video. SH. So this is when you know I need to learn things. SDHX. I shouldn't buy one off eBay. It'd probably be fake. I'm learning something. YouTube money, yes. Send them to Pete instead. Mine's 20 meg upload and 70 meg download. Is that? Wow, that's pretty cool. I got 120 megabits down. It's fairly fast down. It's sweet down. SanDisk 64 Ultra UHSI memory card. Everyone stop talking so I can take a photo of that screen. This shows you how little I know about this stuff. Alrighty. Now I know what to buy. Okay, moving forward. What else is happening out there in the world in your part of the country? Fiber is dedicated, copper is shared, at least in the US. Yes, liquor dudes. How much time do you think it would take to rebuild your 20 kilowatt hour Powerwall? Knowing what I know now, and the fact that I've changed, one of the big things that slowed me down is I was using that, which is copper, and it's got like enamel over it. And that took me ages to burn that off, and it killed an awful lot of soldering irons. Now I use this stuff, and it is so much faster. So much faster. I've got so much work to do. I could put my 50 kilowatt hour pack in, but I've got no racks to mount them in, and the wifey won't release the funds. The copper in Australia hasn't been maintained properly in decades. I agree. I had someone come out the other day. I was complaining my internet was dropping out all the time, and it was. And at the front of my house, there's a pit for the cable. And all like my, I don't know, whatever you call it, little plug that screws in for the cable, was all corroded and stuff like that. And there's 4 beside each other. So one for my neighbor here and one each for across the road. And they wouldn't even replace the plugs on the other 3 houses. They only did mine, and then they left because they weren't paid to do all 4. How ridiculous is that? I think that's just plain rude. You're right there. B&H photo in NY delivery really fast. How much kilowatt hours are you at now? I'm at 40 kilowatt hours, give or take. Of course, that's based on car mileage. We all know that. Share my screen. And my batteries are pretty well hammered. I've taken almost 400 amp hours out of them. That's up here in the pink. Almost 400 amp hours out of the batteries. So you can really see the poorer cells. It's been raining for a day, and we've done a whole day of, oops, I lost the lid. That'd be funny if you could have actually seen it. We've done a whole day of washing and using the dryer because it's raining. So that really hammers the power a little bit, a lot of bit. Hi Pete, what you recommend for Auckland weather? Sun is a bit shy and hiding most of the time. Do you recommend connected generator? I don't recommend anything, if I should be honest. I've got a generator, but I've never actually even used it. Probably because it's only 1100 watt and it's only there because it cost me about $50 off Gumtree or something. So I only got it because it was nice and cheap. I didn't get it because I needed it. So I should be able to do this. If I do that, I like to see where I'm looking. Is that weird? There we go. Yeah, so I've never really used a generator. It's not raining in Tasmania. I'm testing my new cells, 120 of them, with a 2-cell tester, and it takes a while. Look, I've only got 2 Opus left. I'm going to grab some more Opus eventually. But you get them through. You do about 20 a day. You do it the cheapest way you can possibly do it. You don't have to spend a lot of money to do this process. You can do it nice and cheaply, which is what I enjoy about it. It's the middle of the night, 4:30 in Denmark. I only pay 48 AUD for my speed. Wow. Wow, that's cool. $48. I pay 120. That's, yeah, less than half. That'd be great. Bus bars look tedious. Would you do something differently in hindsight? Yes. I wouldn't do my original way. I would never do it. But the twisted way of doing it works. It works like you wouldn't believe. The only problem with that is I've got half a pack with the twisted, and then half a pack with the my old bus bar style, which means I got to keep flicking backwards and forwards between the two when I replace the pack, and I've got to actually take one off. So that's a pack I'm building at the moment. Why is it all red? That will become clearer in my next video. But my next video is going to be days and days and days away because I haven't done it yet. I haven't finished it yet. It's getting there, but it's not done. It's taking a long time for me to do it. Way too long. And I've got to wait another 1 more day on that pack to rest it before I build it. Oi, Pete, I call a road trip. Yeah, I should be doing a road trip down to Sydney on Wednesday. We'll see how that goes. Not raining in SA either. There you go. How long do the repurses battery lasts? Ask me in like 2 years' time and I will be able to definitively answer that question. Because as you can see, I actually use my pack for what it's built for. I use the heck out of it. 200 megabit download for $59 per month. That is cheap. Daniel, who are you with? And are you in Australia? Don't buy the 1370. You'll never get it. No, there's a heap of people bought them and never got them. I was going to buy some, but they just disappeared. That was clearly a scam. So if I don't use an alternative charging system, solar panel wouldn't charge 20 kilowatt battery power itself. Do you have wind? I guess wind or... I haven't played with anything else. I've only got solar. They're the cell. So why do some of the cells flash light blue on the battery? That's because something's been read or written to. It's a visual representation of something happening. And if it was just sitting there with a graph, it'd look boring, I guess. I believe I can turn that off. You can do lots of things. You can change all the scale and you can change all the colors and you can really make everything your own. Show axis. I'm just going to close that out because I don't want to mess with it and I don't want to break it because I really don't know how to get it to change. I am coming to raid your supplier of the 18650s. I don't have any suppliers anymore. They've all bailed on me. Of course, he's not in Australia. I think good internet happens not to be. $70 per month, fixed wireless NBN. 4G. 4G and you get that far. That's all right. West and north. And I bitched in until they gave me real 25.5. Yeah, I think that's part of the problem. You sign up for a plan and you get 20% of it. I use Magic Jet VoIP for my main phone. There we go. No more suppliers. I literally have. I've probably got 40 laptop batteries left to process, and then that's it. I've got about 2,500 18650s unprocessed out of drill batteries. Well, they're still in drill batteries, but I'm still. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I want to get rid of them because they're playing too hard to process. They take too long. I am a little bit behind. No more supplies, always in the dark and dead. Whether we only have 4 hours of daytime, like you have to be in northern Norway to have dark 24/7 in winter. Oh, there we go. My PIP is running at 34 degrees at night. How can I keep it cooler? 34 degrees? It's literally like 18 degrees outside. It's actually probably less than that. What is it in here? It's 19 degrees in here at the moment, so it's a bit cool. And I'm only running at 32 in a locked shed. My PIP gets up to 50 degrees, I think, at least 50. I'm sure it's about 50 degrees. The top right-hand corner here is actually my shunt temperature, which is right beside my inverter. Where are we up to? Is it just me, or does Pete suffer from screen freeze? It might be just you. I don't know. It might be screen freezing. Will be worth sourcing 18650 from AliExpress. Yes, as long as you trust the supplier. Light blue, that pisses me off big time. 1 gig, and TV for USD. Holy heck, 1 gig. I was in Doolan and couldn't get 100 megabit NBN. Okay, so if you're in Dundela and you couldn't get 100 Mbit, what could you get upload speed? Because that's what kills me is the upload speed. The download speed I can deal with 25 down, but I just want that upload speed. There's no reason for them to shape the upload. Well, there might be, but I don't understand it. Own juices here in Malaysia. I downloaded 1 gigabits per second the other day. Granted, I was in Brisbane CBD. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Do you 18650 from Alibaba? No. Oh, mine is second hand. See if you can switch to RC battery packs. No, I'm not changing my packs. I like the way I pack. I rang the ombudsman and they say that I can't put in an official complaint about the NBN. What? Probably because they're still rolling it out and they get so many complaints. You're running out. I need to go visit my suppliers and do some shopping for sales as I'm about almost out. Yeah. Alibaba. Why did I miss so many? Maybe source it from where IT stuff goes to India. That's an idea. Upload about 10 meg. Okay, that's still not bad. That's still 4 times or 10 megabytes per second, not megabits per second. That's all right. I don't mind processing power tool batteries as most of mine are the same style. I got heaps of these ones, and my plan was I literally have I say literally 15. So I have 40 of these which are Hilti packs, 36 volt, 3.9 amp hours. I don't know what they are in, I don't know what the actual cells are, but they're the cells out of it. And these plastic clips, they suck. They are really, really hard to get off. And I think they're all 1800 milliamp hour packs. But I've got so many of these, I want to build an electric bike. I've been doing an awful lot of research lately trying to figure out how I can build an electric motorbike. And if anybody's seen all my old videos, on a heap of my old videos, I used to ride a little pit bike. I want to try and work out how I can electrify that. And the plan was using a heap of these cells, but because they're obviously high amp draw. But I can't find any specifications on these cells. There's no writing on them. There's no, there's nothing. So I don't actually know what the actual cells are. And you just can't get them apart. They do not like coming apart. You literally have to prise them apart to get them open. I got 3 cells out and I tested some. No, not even going to bother on camera. Okay, 12:46. I'm out of here in about 15 minutes. So if you've got any more questions, fire away. I should stop staring at that screen. It makes me want to play with it, but it's so slow. And if I close that down, my voice, camera, there we go. There we go, that's back on the big camera again. Uncrushables are good. I didn't even see them. Where is the? Thank you very uncrushable. You're awesome, and you can spell, which is also good. Mod got one of the mods got onto that fast. I think it was one up the sleeves. Got those ones. What else you got, brother? I've pulled apart a couple of those Hilti packs. I can't get them apart without damaging the cell. Poke holes in the end caps. Yeah, it does look like they're actually poking holes in the end caps as well. Where I've actually pulled them off. Focus. Some of them have got little pinholes, but nothing escaped. I don't know what to do about them. I probably should sell them off. Time out for 300 seconds. You should have just banned him. I asked my local hardware shop about used return laptop tool batteries, but they refused to even sell them to me due to potential liability. Yeah, unfortunately, that's becoming a problem in Brisbane as well. I'm really starting to struggle. I had a sweet supplier, and they sent me this big long letter about how I had to be ISO approved or something, and I needed to have all of these procedures in place on how I dealt with the cells. And of course, my response was I sent back my YouTube channel, and then they stopped communicating with me. So maybe that's not a bad. No, maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe moving forward, you need to be a little bit more guarded. I need to be a little bit more guarded on how I go about collecting cells. That's the 4th good supplier I've lost. 60 volt, 2.5 kilowatt brushless motor, one that have torque and more. No, I think from what I've looked at, 60 volt, I need a 6 kilowatt motor. I'm carrying around my 90 kilo ass. My bike is about 80 kilos. So that's like 170 kilos. And then like the frame and everything on my bike is horrendously heavy because it's billet alloy. So I think I need like a 6 kilowatt motor just so I don't blow it up. But then I want to have 2 48 volt packs. So 50 volt pack. So I actually run one on my bike at 100 volts. Basically, so I can unplug the pack off the bike, plug it directly into my Powerwall. So when I'm not riding the bike, I can actually use that storage. And then when I do go riding, I can just use my solar to charge it back up again. So I just have it on a switch of some sort, or big Anderson plugs or something. So what video is coming up? It's an interesting video. I've done a lot of work on this video, unfortunately, and I've got to, hopefully when I finish it, it's going to be testing that pack, but it's going to be testing that pack in a different sort of a way to what we usually do. So I've got to test that pack. I've got to leave those cells rest for a week and then check the voltages again. And then I'm going to put that pack into service, and then we're going to see what happens. They are not heaters. I must admit, even though they're red on the outside, they are not actually heated cells. They're tested good, I guess you'd say. So yeah, I'm just going to test a pack of batteries, doing it a different way, seeing if I can save some money and actually build one of our Powerwalls even cheaper. So, and still have it usable. And I'm going to test that usable theory. I'm going to test it to destruction. Wonder how many cells I need to power a PC. Not a lot. It's just how long you want it to do it for. It's okay, Pate. We don't mind looking at your ugly mug. I like having my picture there, even though I got to look at the camera here and the things up there, so I don't look like I'm looking at this. But I like to see what I'm doing on camera, so I don't look stupid. I may look stupid anyway, but I wish I was closer. I'd grab 10 or so of those for my twin 100-watt mountain units. If you're closer, you could have them, but I don't think they're very good quality, and I think they've been sitting around for an awfully long time. I'm probably going to end up listing them on eBay. I was going to swap them for a shed, but that looks like it's fallen through, so I don't know what's happening there. Yes, that's what yes, Solar Patrol. It's saying the PIP is at 34 degrees at night. It's summer here, 55 degrees. I don't think 55 degrees is horrible as long as the fans and stuff are working. I can't actually see the temperature of mine, at least not accurately. The only way I know my PIP's temperature is by the shunt, and it's blowing the hot air out onto the shunt, and the shunt's heating up. So that's how I know how hot my PIP is getting. That because he's worried you will sue him if your cells blow up and burn your house. I think it's today's society. Everyone's worried about responsibility, where responsibility lies solely on the person's head that did it and nobody else. I'm sorry, I'm old school like that. If you can't take responsibility for your own shit, don't do it. You think it's someone else's fault because you copied somebody else on the internet? It's your fault. It's not their fault. You should have hired a professional to do it, or paid for the real version. I need to find more 18650s. Everyone's trying to find more 18650s. Yes, Brad, One Up Sleeve Customs. Yeah, hot swapping the packs, or just charging them up. And if I can have like 6 of them, I'll be able to do probably 50 odd laps at the track before they all go flat. Swap them out of the bike in between sessions. What do you do to keep your PIP from overheating? I don't. It just sits in the shed. At the moment, it's winter here, so it's not very hot. In summer, I'm really going to have to do something about it. But also overheating, if I took the... at the moment, I'm using the PIP to charge, just for testing. If I put the PCM60X back on it again, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah, if I put the PCM60X on there, it takes so much heat away from the inverter, it's not funny. And in fact, in summertime, I'm probably going to end up doing that. the MPPT really adds a lot of extra heat to the pips. And in fact, if I could get rid of my pip and upgrade it, I would in a second. Not that I don't like the pip, but I think I need more. I definitely need a second one. Pete, endosphere.com is where the e-bike can buy. Yes, I've been talking to a couple of people from there. It's also about me doing my own research and not sort of burdening anybody else with my project. Have you looked into e-bike cells? Search Headway LifePro for. I want to actually build my own pack. I don't want to buy one. It may mean I actually have to buy a spot welder. I'm really keen to actually tie my bike project in with my Powerwall project. It has to be integrated within it. It has to be part of it. So even if I could go as far as actually using a BMS on a battery and BMS on it as well. I don't know how I'd go about that, but I'd certainly like to try. I don't know whether it's even practical or not. Do you know a place or a method for getting cells in Sydney? Unfortunately, I do not. Sorry, mate. Many Milwaukee AGO cells. Yeah, there's a heap up the back. I don't know what they are. There's a lot. Probably the result of it. So some idiot doing the wrong thing. Absolutely. Or if they're ISO approved, they've got to do the right thing themselves. So maybe that's what it is. Free Ride E. No, I haven't heard of the KTM. I'll have a look later. If you get a power cut, does your system still run your house? Yes, absolutely. It runs every single thing in my house except for my stove and all the big air conditioners. It runs the little air conditioners now, but it doesn't run the big 2.5 kilowatt ones. It only runs the 800 watt ones. So it runs everything inside my house. The only way I know I've lost power is one, this shed goes off because this is not powered by my batteries, only my house is. Yeah, the internet goes out because that's fed by the street, the cable box out the front. So if that hasn't got power, we lose internet. Off-grid Aussie Pro. Those pips are not bad, Pete, because I use them on off-grid installations. No, they're not bad at all, but I need something like a Solax or something like that. A decent Solax inverter would be great for me because I can run high voltage. I can't do it myself, which is a bit of a disappointment. But I could run the high voltage off the 6 kilowatt hour panels and I'll be able to charge my batteries much, much better and use... I'll be much more efficient in my use of batteries, and they do load sharing as well, which the pips don't do. Swaps between the grid and the Powerwall. I think you can make a spot welder of old microwave parts. Don't sue me. No, I'll just buy a spot welder. As much as I could probably do it. Pete, remember what ISO number it was? No, that's the thing. I can read you the email. Okay, so this is part of an email. I won't read it all to you. I have spoken with my director, and he said we don't have any available. He also mentioned that it is our policy only to dispose with companies which have ISO certification for Australian standards and can provide government-approved reporting. So that's the email I got from one person. Obviously, with everything, like, you know, there's no private stuff in there. So I'm not sure. It's really disappointing, actually, because I am actually recycling the cells. I mean, I'm saving them from landfill for an X period of time more. I'm putting them all back into service. All my old cells that don't get sold go back to a recycling centre. The plastic goes off to a separate recycling centre, and the all the tin and stuff gets sent to soldering to a recycle centre as well, which is all separated. So I can't see the problem, to be honest. I mean, what I'm not going to do is tell them which recycling center I'm using, because, you know, I don't want them to get into trouble either. A did spot welding. It ended badly. Half the shit AEV does ends badly, but that's part of his it's part of his thing. It's not all winning in the DIY. I try and show all my failures, but, you know, it's not all winning. That's for sure. It's 1 o'clock, guys. I know this hasn't been quite an hour, and I do apologise, but it's cold. My throat's getting sore from talking. Maybe I'm getting the man flu. Maybe I'm going to die or something. Who knows? I've got to do some more editing on that video. I made talkbacks. I'm a little bit behind. I am sorry. It was an on-grid backfeed install. Oh, there you go. Okay, now the printer's working after I did a system restore. Go figure. Yay! Spot was CT clamp was installed, and it works spot on. Yeah, you got to do this, the CT clamp. That's the good thing about doing the. If I could do that inverter, it means all I have to do is extend the CT clamp 40 meters, and I could still do my shed out the back, which is really stopping me from actually doing the next project and moving my shed. Is just the distance between my power board and where the new shed's going to go. I could put the new shed somewhere else and it'd still be substantially safer than what it is now, but I still want it where I want it. Sort of works in my yard without taking up too much used space. I want to convert my RV. How does the weather affect the batteries, i.e. rain, cold? What filter method for keeping creatures and bugs to get the heat? I don't use any filter method. In fact, I drilled a whole heap of massive holes in my shed to keep it cool. And there is, yeah, I haven't done anything. I haven't even addressed that problem. I think to actually keep the creatures and stuff out, it would actually go against what I'm doing. I'd have to have some sort of way of transferring the heat out like a small air conditioner or something. I don't think it'd work too well. Vague, but doesn't sound like an ISO 9001. Yeah, it is very vague, and I did ask which ISO it was, and I did a whole heap of Googling, and from what I can find out, it's going to cost me like 20 grand or something to get approved. It's simply a challenge that I'll have to overcome, and or just stop building these batteries and do something else. We don't know how much good things we do. We can only care about the bad ones. Yep, I agree. And that's law enforcement as well. They don't care about what good you've done in your life. It's just the one bad thing. Or monitoring. Need a beer. No, I don't drink beer. I'm not a very big drinker at all. Die my ass. If you do put me in your, well, see, damn it. Sorry, don't understand that. Keith, just watched Jehu's review on the Vision. Total fail. I haven't watched it yet. I should go and watch it. You only have 25 meters max cable length for a CT clamp to work. I think there's things you can do around the 25 meters. I was told that, and it is 40 meters or so. I might be able to shave it, 5 meters off by going a little bit more direct route. But you can use heavier cables, and there is some stuff you can do for the CTs. Under 50C, what's up? Just saying, hey. Someone deleted it. Someone deleted what, Keith? Just saying, hey, what's up? It's all about the process becoming a replacement for the goal. Everyone focuses on too much on the process losses, loses sight of what we're trying to achieve. Put me in your wall, damn it. You have to fight my wife. She has all the money. They're probably not even going to work. Often happens in a company. Lack of human sensibility checking on the process. I don't think it's got anything to do with the companies themselves. I think it's got more to do with people worrying. Is it a beer when I put a Sprite in it? An unlicensed e-way exporters sending stuff to third world countries. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but I'm not exporting it. I'm leaving it all local. What's going on? Just found your channel. Love what you're doing here. Oh, thank you very much. I can't pronounce your name, so I'll just say K-E-Y. They're the first 3 letters. Fight your wife. Ha. She's a qualified boxing for fitness instructor and a gym junkie and everything else, and does deadlifts and weights and stuff. So we'll get that on camera. That'll be funny. She kicked my ass all day long. God knows she controls the money. Because they found there's money in it now. Yeah, that's probably it. Bruno, electric bike. Hey, mate. Good morning. How are you? Good morning. You're in Sydney. How is that morning? Beer with Sprite is a nice taste, for sure. No, thank you. Last thing you need is lawsuits and more bushfires, plus creating local jobs is a thing, right? Yeah, that's right. I don't think you could. It'd be really hard to make money out of recycling. You have to be so big. Steve B. and Bob's your uncle. No, Bob's not my uncle. Maybe somewhere down the line, but you know. Keep your will, I want your wife. You can have her. She's an hard bitch, you know. I recant my last statement. It's 11 p.m. here. There we go. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bail. Sorry for the guys that have just popped into the room, but I got to go. And again, I'm going to say the same thing again. YouTube, create some way of doing a blab type style chat so we can have more people in the room at the same time on video. That would be perfect, YouTube. Please do that immediately. You want more blooming live feeds and you want more money, YouTube revenue money, do it, because it's going to get some people all over it. And have like 8 people here. That'd be awesome. Reminding people about the meetup in Wednesday with Jaron. Yes, I would love to come down. I would absolutely love to come down to Sydney for that. That's on the forum. Where I haven't even got the forum open. Go to the Facebook. It's pinned on Facebook for the hangout. If you want to meet Jaron or ask him any questions, or Bruno or any of the bikes from any of the guys from EV community, hang out in Sydney. Can you do a hangout and send a link? It's a Google Hangout. No, there's actually a hangout. If you go to the Facebook page, wait a minute, I'll link it. Wait a minute. DIY Powerwalls. Copy. If you're, this only works if you're in Sydney, of course. Paste. There we go. There's a meetup in Sydney on Wednesday night. You can. I have seen Cody videos like that on YouTube. So is Cody a program that uses with YouTube, or you got to do the Cody live chat and then you got to upload it to YouTube? I don't know about that one. Every time he says Bruno, I look and want what you want. Keep making it. I don't want to stay longer. I must leave. No, I have to go. I have to go. The chat is always lag. Sorry. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I'll see you on the next one. And when I upload my next video, share the absolute hell out of it, because it's the only video I'm going to make this month. I reckon that the amount of time I'm actually taking to do the video. I'll see you later. Cheers, guys. Cody does have a lot of add-ons. Cry Pete. Okay, I'm going to go and have a look at Cody. I'll catch you later.